Yeah. So anyway, we won the lawsuit. That was awesome. A huge relief.
Dub.
I mean, we knew that it was going in our favor, but these things can go either way. As when any lawsuit, it can always go either way. So
Yeah.
it was great. We got a very powerful ruling. She said, "Ish, don't think so." Dunked on him a little bit, and said bye-bye. So basically, at this point, it's time to sue for attorney's fees, which I cannot wait to get a check from them. We were joking that I want a check from attorney's fees, and then I want to put the check on a shirt and sell that. And I'm going to frame the check. I'm going to send, I don't know if I can send Ryan Kavanaugh, maybe to his assistant, so I'm not like, I'll send him a signed shirt with a check on it. Yes, so, and then the other, I don't know if we talked about how he was trying to take down the Does Ryan Kavanaugh Look Like Harvey Weinstein website. Did we talk about that? Or was that happening off the
think
show?
it
That was during the break.
I think it was the H3TV
Okay.
other show.
Underground.
Yeah, okay, so Cav, the whole reason I'm really familiar with this process is because there was a bootleg website, teddyfresh.net.
Yeah, that was just scamming people.
Just straight scamming people. And I'm not sure even how they were searching up in the search results. I guess there's not a lot of competition for Teddy Fresh.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they were stealing our images from the site.
They're just putting up like products using our photography and everything.
Scammed?
And then basically, if you bought it, you would get nothing. That was I tried it just to see what happens, and I got nothing.
I think Austin McBroom probably was running that.
In reality, you guys got scammed.
Well, anyway, so we had to go through a really expensive, long process to remove this website that was literally cloned our website and was imitating us. So
Yeah.
there's a law, a cyber squatting law for when you're impersonating a website and interfering with their business, where you can take their domain over. So we had to pay lawyers. It took a long time. They have to get a panel together of like copyright attorneys to make a judgment. And after like several months, maybe even 6 months, $10,000 later, we finally got the teddyfresh.net domain. Now, it's ironic because after a week that was settled, we got the same complaint we did on teddyfresh.net against Does Ryan Kavanaugh Look Like Harvey Weinstein. This dude filed a complaint, a legal complaint, saying that we're cyber squatting, that we're impersonating him. What a lunatic, what a loser this man is. And the thing is that if you don't respond to the complaint, then it's a default judgment in their favor. So like there's a chance if for whatever reason we didn't have the money or we didn't know that it happened or whatever, he could actually have a good chance of taking over our beautiful website, which is now number 3 on the Google search results. Which I recommend everybody type in Ryan Kavanaugh, click on the website. Is there any updates here, Love, or
No.
just familiarize yourself? It's good.
There's an update coming very soon, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Just familiarize yourself with the facts. It's good to always, brush up on their similarities, right? Or differences more. That's more about their differences. But
inappropriate
so
relationship.
he filed kind of like you could call it a fourth lawsuit, a fourth action against us to take down our beloved website. Oh, and it got thrown out because he's a dipshit.
On the same day.
Yeah. It got thrown out for being filed improperly. He can file it again, my attorney said, but we'll see if he does.
Too much wine, sorry.
But he has no chance of taking over the website. It's kind of just a pathetic attempt of getting it removed. So anyway, that was one, the tortious interference one. So 1 star. If anyone wants to leave an honest review of Triller, like I have, then I encourage that.
Yeah.
Because he sued me for saying that, and the judge said, "That's not illegal, bro." Yeah, that's
Judge said,
that's not interference.
I love reading the stuff from the judge. It's like you said this and this and this, and yet you show no evidence of that.
Oh man, do we have?
Like, I
do we
love
have?
it.
Wait, let me see. Do we have? There was lines in it about. She's like, there was a lot of defamation accusations in there. They're like, when you're talking defamation, a statement is either true or false.
Yeah.
You said Kevin Hart was on the app. It is provably false that Kevin Hart was not on the app.
And you didn't provide any evidence.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but Kevin Hart was not on that app.
Instead of giving her 800 pages of reviews, like they didn't provide any actual.
Yeah, so
Evidence.
just to show you what losers they are, the judge allowed them to add more evidence past the deadline just because she's being overly gracious to them. And she said, limit it to 10 pages. And they gave her 800 pages of evidence, which was basically just a dump of reviews. And the beautiful irony is that the judge and us started using those reviews as evidence against them.
Because they included positive reviews,
Yeah.
right?
There was positive
Yeah.
reviews. There was generic reviews.
Right.
So the judge was like, "This is a totally generic review." It was like, "It's a Triller ripoff. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's a ghost town, whatever." And the judge is like, "How could you possibly attribute this to the H3 podcast? It's totally generic." Like,
Or to this affecting your business, like
right? There's that.
as
Well,
a result of the podcast. It's just.
I don't even think she got to the analysis of the tortious interference part, because to even get to like,
Yeah.
did we interfere with his business? You have to get to, did I cause these reviews or these negative reviews, or did I tell people to leave these negative reviews? And she's like, he never did. What was the other one where she's like, it's provably false?
That the app wasn't flipped.
Oh
It's
yeah,
flipped.
yeah. She goes, the other thing is, you say the app is flipped, is defamatory.
Yeah.
You yourself admit that the app
Beck.
had an inversion. Mr. and Beck, she called him Mr. Beck. Mr. Beck himself said the app is flipped. It's straight flipped, bro.
It's so awkward.
It is so awkward. Do we not have those lines in here, AB? The excerpts from the papers?
No, I don't believe so. I could add them right now.
Ugh, it's so awkward. Well, I did it on the H3 TV because I couldn't wait. But anyway, here's Emily Baker said on it. Shout outs. Emily Baker said, Ethan Klein defeats Triller. The anti-slap filed by H3's Ruggs is granted, meaning the case is dismissed with prejudice, cannot be refiled, and Klein can go after Triller for all legal fees and costs, which they are entitled to based on the ruling. Here's an excerpt. Oh, so this is a good one that she posted. Statements concerning whether Triller falsely represented that comedian Kevin Hart uses the app is a statement that can be shown to be true or false. Defendants, me, have put forth evidence to support their prima facie, whatever the fuck that means, showing that this was a true statement at the time the podcast aired. Despite not having a presence on the Triller app, the description of the Triller app stated millions of users had made Triller videos along with stars like Kevin Hart. The plaintiff has not put forward evidence to meet its burden of showing a likelihood of success. Well, she's saying your case is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she continues, a statement concerning the app was flipped is also a statement that could be proven true or false. Was it flipped or was it not flipped? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you imagine you actually get jury duty and this is the shit they make you serve on? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, was the app flipped or was it not flipped? Mr. Beck said it himself.
Flipped.
Defendants have put forth evidence that this was a statement originally made by Mr. Beck. While he was trying to record using the Triller app, Mr. Beck observed that the app had flipped the camera. Plaintiff provides evidence that the app had an inversion. Yeah, so the plaintiff, Ryan Kavanaugh, I don't know why they did this, but their lawyer gave a statement saying, I think they thought they were doing something because they're like, the app was only flipped for this specific phone between this specific time.
Okay.
So anything outside this window is proof that Ethan Klein is responsible. But ultimately, all they did was basically submit into evidence their own lawyer saying the app
That it was flipped.
Yeah. Plaintiff provided evidence that the app had an inversion problem relating to camera functions on the iOS device. Thus, because it contains an assertion of fact, it's not actionable defamation. Yes, my friends, just remember what they're suing me for. Defaming them because I said the app was flipped, and also because I said, thank you, Ian, because I said he looked like Harvey Weinstein. Anyway, easy dub. On to the next one. So we have the actual defamation lawsuit, and we have the copyright one, which is the big one. I don't know what's the status on. Oh, the copyright one is due
It's
relatively.
gonna take time, no? They said like April or something.
I think there'll be some things happening later this month or next month. I don't remember.
That was the
dates.
first one that was filed, right?
Yeah.
Right. So imagine that has to be.
Well, there's certain things
There's a
that
lot of
happen
things.
that can
I don't
affect
remember,
deadlines
yeah.
and stuff. They're different court. The copyright one is a federal court. The tortious was a California court. Yeah, and so the thing is that because his newest lawsuit, the defamation one, was like substantially related to the tortious interference, because there's so much in there about defamation and about specifically Ryan Kavanaugh, that we were like, well, let's combine these. And combining is a really good thing because it saves the court's time, it saves the court's money.
She's already familiar with the
She's
case.
familiar with the facts. It's a great thing to do, to combine. And so what Kavanaugh did, the day after they lost, they filed something saying, we need a new judge because this judge is biased against us. She is incapable of
my
being
God,
impartial.
really?
She's on
Yeah.
payroll at the H3 podcast.
You know, in response, we were like, I don't know, this could go either way. How is he going to back off? Is he going to get more aggressive? I had a theory he might back off because after taking such a public and humiliating loss, there might be other people invested in Triller, other people on the board, someone with a brain who is like, you need to stop. This is humiliating. They're trying to go public with this.
Yeah. Did you see this article? I'm sure you did because you keep up with all this. But Hollywood
Yeah, no,
Reporter
of course.
did a whole
Yeah,
thing
of
about
course I did. I'm glad that like Hollywood Reporter or someone's finally covering this.
it. Yeah.
Title is Triller's suit against podcasters over troll reviews tossed by judge.
Oops.
Dumbass. Yeah. So, and the whole thing is there actually. That's good. But in response to this, he's obviously doubling down and getting more aggressive. He had 3 more lawyers for the defamation case. So he has 6 more lawyers. He has 3 lawyers applying from like North Carolina or something. That like super famous, scary quote unquote lawyer. So 3 people from there are applying for permission to be on the defamation case. So they're gonna have 6 attorneys on retainer
Fucking
against me for defamation.
lunatic.